Minister, it's a particularly grim time to be a renter in Cork or in Ireland as a whole, and I don't believe that there's ever been a good time. Historically, the protections available to renters in this state and in this country have been very, very poor compared to other jurisdictions. And this piece of legislation, and I welcome it, would go some distance to rectifying that. But the inequality that exists as between the tenant and those who own the properties is profound. And you know, the situation people find themselves in, and it's like I talk to like an ETD, many people, particularly young people who are in a rented accommodation, and the choices that they face are heartbreaking, and many of them find them very depressing, frankly, because many of them effectively have a choice between living independently and being able to put together money to have a permanent home. And that is effectively the choice that they face, especially when you look at a situation where, well, your rental income can't be taken into account for a mortgage, or your ability to pay that. The rents in Cork City are now an average of almost 1,600, and it's only about 2 years ago since that was about 1,400, and it's not even that long ago that it was 1,100. It is skyrocketing. It is completely out of control, and there are so many individuals, so many families who are just at the pin of their collars. On top of that, it's very difficult to find anything, and the queues that are there when a house becomes available to view, and we saw the report, I think it was last week, in relation to the challenges that single parents have when they're competing for these rental properties. It is just dysfunctional. It is completely dysfunctional, and it is causing profound hardship. Supply is the key part of resolving this, and it needs to be ramped up urgently, as well as additional protections. There's no doubt about that. Final point I want to raise with you, I agree very much. I've raised with you previously the point in relation to the new circular. I think it's causing serious problems, but I want to also flag with you in the last few seconds I have left the Carrigaline loophole. I've raised this with numerous ministers. There are 3 areas in the country where, because of boundary extensions, the rent pressure zones can't be extended to places that the rent is increasing way beyond the levels necessary, but because of redraws, that's not taken into account and can't be captured. It needs to be fixed, Minister.
Thank you, Deputy.